Hi everybody, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Thank you for being here today. I hope that you're doing well, and I want to do a video today that may be of interest to you. I've been looking over the last few years at natural brands of makeup, and a lot of women in our 60andMe community have asked about this. They want makeup that is produced in a sustainable and a clean way without a lot of toxins. You'd be amazed, honestly, how many toxins there are in makeup. I mean, some of them are, probably okay, but there are others that we just don't know what they do. So the search for a brand that produces a product that's vegan, cruelty-free, sustainable, using recycled packaging, it's just been a little bit of a passion for me the last few years. Now, I discovered RMS products, and I've done a video on them because I think of all the ones I've tried, they have the best kind of credentials, and I love their products. But I found another one recently that I want to share with you. Now, I do videos and tutorials here for women over 60. I'm 72, so I've got skin that's kind of, been, well used and exposed to the elements. And I've got some aging spots and wrinkles, all the things you'd expect. But I think that this particular line, Couleur Caramel, might be of interest to you. Now, Couleur Caramel has been around since 2003, and it was founded in Paris, in France, and it is the #1 organic line in France. So it's very popular with French women, and it's used in movies, and celebrities love it. It's a very high-end product. It's not, it's expensive. It's much more expensive than drugstore products, but I wouldn't say it's up there in the kind of, Chanel, Dior, the very high-end luxury. It's affordable, but but you've got to make a decision what that means to you and what you can budget for. You might find today that there are some of these products that you absolutely love and you want to try. Others that maybe are not so perfect for your skin or your budget. But Couleur Caramel makes the statement on their website, and by the way, it's very comprehensive about their belief in sustainability and using pure products and natural active ingredients. And I'm not quite sure what that means, but they say that, for example, some of their products have 50% active ingredients. So this means that the products are very unprocessed. And they're just, they're just really good quality. They combine quality, luxury, sustainability, all wrapped up in recycled packaging is what they say. And there's some principles of their company, which is respect for the environment, respect for their customers, and respect for animals. And they don't, not all their products are vegan. They do use some beeswax and carmine, which I didn't even know what carmine was, but it's a red dye that comes from an insect. So they do use that in some of their products. So it's not purely vegan, but it is cruelty-free. In France, they've got some certification levels. There's EcoCert and Cosme bio-certified, approved in France. I think you'll like this brand. Just to have a look at it. There's a United States website, but they don't sell online there. There are shops all over the country, however, and then of course you can order from France, and they deliver worldwide. So let's get started with a look at Couleur Caramel. Love the caramel. The word got me from the beginning. But the products look beautiful. The packaging has just been updated about maybe a year ago, and this is what it looks like. It's fantastic, and it gets a little bit dirty as you start to use the product, but this is the shape and the design of the product is very, very pretty. And I want to show you as much of the range that I have, because I think that it represents them, except for bronzer and their powders. I did not, have everything else. So let's get started with just the base of my skin. Now, I have actually put on my Aging Younger Gracefully oil, which I'll put the link to this below, because if you're interested in what I use on my skin, this has been like a lifesaver for me over the last 3 or 4 years. I use it religiously, morning and evening, and under my makeup. It gives my skin, which is very dry now these days, a nice base. And I'm not going to use a primer because I'm going to just pop on some of this Embryolisse. As you can see, it's very well used moisturizer. It's a French product. It's got a kind of cult status, this product, Embryolisse. It's used as a cleanser, as a moisturizer. And I'll just put this on my face to kind of give my skin. It's technically even says used as a primer, but it's a moisturizer. And it just gives you that nice, smooth start to the process. Now, there are a couple of Couleur Caramel foundation products. I'm going to use two. Yes, two. Because I've got into the habit recently, I don't know whether any of you have either, of using a very, very tinted moisturizer or lightweight moisturizer as a base. And then put foundation on top. I have found for my skin, which is very dry and very splotchy, that it works really well. So I'm going to put on some of their BB cream. It's called BB cream. It only comes in a couple of colors. It's a bio product, Couleur Caramel. That's it. And I'm going to dab a little bit of this on with just a small amount, pea-size amount on my face. And I'm going to blend it with my fingers. And as I put this on, I'm going to use both hands. You'll see that it's very, very smoothing, and also very beautiful color. It blends right into your skin. And I'll put it under my eyes. I'll put it on my eyes. And a little bit left on my hand here. And this, I find, if I put this on first, and then apply, it's a stick cream foundation, it really works well together. So now you could just wear this. I mean, this is considered a BB cream, and I had some tissue somewhere. Here we go. It's a really nice finish. It covers up a little bit of my age spots. You could just go out with this with a bit of mascara and lipstick, and you'd be done. But I'm going to use their stick makeup, their stick foundation. It's let me have a look at the color. I have a magnifying glass here somewhere, but print everywhere is too small. I'll put everything below, by the way. This is just a stick concealer. It's number 12. They only have like numbers, not colors. So this is number 12. When you look at it to start with, it looks a little bit yellowy. But it's very convenient if you're out and you're traveling. You just want to pop up, update your skin. But I'll just apply it on my face. And again, I'm going to apply this with my fingers. I think these kinds of creams really do. I'm just patting it in as I go to and under my eyes gently. And you can see already, I'll just turn my face there. You can see it's hidden up that age spot, and it's got a nice firm texture. It's not slippy and loose. It's actually quite nice and matte, although it doesn't dry matte. It feels it. I'm going to do it on my eyes and on my eyes. I like this foundation a lot. At first I wasn't sure because it felt a little bit stiff when I put it on. And of course, you can just dab your fingers into the product. When you go on the website for Couleur Caramel, you'll see all the description of the ingredients that are in these products. But there are things like grapeseed oil, shea butter, really good quality, hydrating products. Now that is, I'm going to just use a teeny bit more. I'm not going to use a concealer per se. I'm going to use a color corrector in their line. They do have a concealer, and apparently it's very good. I'll have to try it, but I just want to make sure that I've covered up most of the things I want to. And I like a foundation like that where you don't need to put a coating on, where you can just use it strategically. Yeah, there's that age spot. And there's one there. Not that they have to be hidden. They're sort of celebration of our life, right? And I think that's about well blended. But I like that foundation. I think it feels natural. It feels light. It does not feel like I've got a mask on my face, which often happens with foundation. It feels like it's breathing. It's a really lovely product. Now, that's the BB cream and then the stick foundation. I'm going to keep that stick foundation open or just there in case I need it to dab with onto my my blush. But let's see here. I'm going to use. I have got a bronzer from their line, so I'm going to use a Flower Beauty bronzer. And if I can just find my brush, I'll be all set. Okay, I've got my Ducare brush, my double-ended brush. I use this side for contouring or bronzing and this side for blush. It's a little bit large, but I think it works really well. So I'm going to use the Flower Beauty bronzer that I absolutely love. Apparently the Couleur Caramel bronzers are spectacular. They've got kind of a mosaic version and also just powder bronzers. But this one for me works really well. It's Sunrise, and I'll leave all the details below, but in their Heat Wave range of Flower Beauty. And I'm going to use this contour and just a little bit on my cheeks to give a bit of bronzer shading. This color for me has always worked really, really well. So I'm just going to dab a little bit there. Another place to put bronzer, I mean, other people put it up on their foreheads, but I'm just kind of using them on my cheeks. Also for older women, as you start to get those jowls, just to put it a little bit underneath your chin, a little bronzer or contour powder, whichever you prefer. So that just gives that illusion of shadow, a little bit of definition. Okay, so that's the bronzer. Now, before I go on with blush, I want to actually show you the color corrector under my eyes. I forgot to do that because that would have been the next step after foundation for me. This comes in a really small little package, and it's got one of these, what do they actually call it? They call it color corrector, and it's not designed as a concealer. But I think as you get older, concealer can be very tricky because those wrinkles under your eyes are pretty well embedded, and they're deep. And putting concealer of any kind, no matter how great the coverage is or whatever, it just is difficult. Now this is the color corrector. A lot of people use Pixie or other Becca under eye color correctors, and this one is not as peach as I would have expected to correct color. I'll just try to push it out a little bit. It's got one of those little tops that can you see how that comes out the top, and you can place it just on your eye. Now, I go fairly low because I don't particularly want to, cover anything under my eyes in terms of concealer. I just want to cover that part underneath the shadow. And this looks a little bit orangey, and I use my fingers again to dab this in. Just press it in right under the eye. And it, for me, is like a combination of a color corrector and a under eye primer. I can't even really describe it. It's not got that much color to it, but you can see if you bring it up around the edge there, it just softly hides that, the crow's feet, I think they're called. Poor crows get blamed for everything. Okay, so I'm gonna just dab it on, and I'm going to make some little adjustments to the foundation that's impacted. But I actually also put it up on my eyes. It's not thick, it's a creamy consistency, so I just use it up there too, and I bring it into the middle of my eye as well. Okay, so I think perhaps a little too much on this side, but you get the idea of how that product would be used and how useful it can be if you don't want to put a concealer under your eyes. I've worn this like all day and it doesn't crease. And I'm going to take my finger and wipe it off there a bit, and just take some of that of the foundation and just go back in underneath to kind of blend those two together. I can see now that the light is beginning to shine a little bit more now in my room here. It's just I've got a light a ring light, but yeah, it's pretty much natural lighting, and I think it's going to start getting brighter in a second, so that might help to see the real colors. Okay, so that, I think, it might look a little bit dark to you, and it does to me too, but I think as from a color correcting perspective, it's the right thing to do. So I'm going to put some blush on to give some color to my cheeks, and then we'll start to see things sort of come together. Now I'm going to use their blush, which is in a really cool package. That's one thing I love about this Couleur Caramel packaging. It's, again, it's got a beautiful wooden natural products, of course, white base, and it's got a magnetic top. So it clicks on really, really well. But the blush I'm going to use is number 68. Again, I'll put all the details below because I want you to see this color. It's a peachy color. I thought it would go really beautifully with what I'm wearing and also with my skin tone in general. And I'm going to use my It Cosmetics foundation brush, which I also use for blush, because that other one was just a little bit too big. And I think I've discovered using a smaller blush brush is more effective. So I'm just going to go a little easy here. Isn't that a pretty color? You see? Yeah, 68. Again, they don't use colors, which is color names. It's more like just number 68. It's very pro makeup kind of product. So I'm going to dab this on my cheeks. And you'll see as soon as I start to put it on, what a nice color that is. Can you see? For me, I love this color. I'm just gonna smudge as I go. And I'll put a teeny bit more on. It's great when I look in the mirror, I can actually see what I'm doing, and it's like, because I'm recording into my phone. So here we go on the other side. And as I said, these are all natural products. If you actually look online, it will tell you what the ingredients are and you know, how beautifully pure they are. This is the thing about this line. It's not ever going to be super highly pigmented or using dyes and colors. I've got my light, like a little angel floating around me here. So that's kind of, I think I'm going to leave it at that for the moment, because if it looks like we need a bit more later, I'll add some more. But isn't that a beautiful blush? It's really, really pretty. And I'm going to show you, by the way, some palettes. And I've got a giveaway today. I forgot to mention that at the very beginning. I've got a giveaway of a palette, one of these Couleur Caramel palettes. So hang on for a bit, because when I'm finished all my makeup, I'll show you the palettes. And then we can, then I'll tell you how we can make this possible for one of you to get to win it. Well, not to win, it's not a competition. It's just it'll be a selection. So that's the blush, which I really, really like. And now I'm going to go in and do my eyes. Now, I didn't get any of their powdered eyeshadows, but I did actually, well, I did get one, but I didn't get any base or any creams. I'm going to use a couple of things. One of their eyeshadows come in the same little pots. Oops, magnetic tops. They are secure. And then also I'm going to put this as I'm using another eyeshadow as a highlight, my Toasted Urban Decay. I couldn't resist using this. It just works together really, really well. Now, the palettes, I'll show you. The one that I'm going to be giving away is gorgeous. It's actually the one I'm going to show you, I think, here. Yes, this is, oh, my light's coming in really well. This is the palette. I've used it, so it's a little bit used. It's got, it's got 2 lipsticks, a blush, 3 eyeshadows, a highlighter, and a black eyeliner, which is really cool. And I'm going to use that too. But for this purpose, I'm going to use as a base this this eyeshadow right here, which is just a very beautiful sort of warm skin color. So I'm going to grab that. This is a little tricky doing it in my phone rather than into a makeup mirror, but you can see how that goes on. It's these tones, they're very Parisian, they're very French, muted, you know, just oh, I don't know, just classy. I just really like them. That's a stereotype, isn't it? But I think there is something about French products and French fashion, in fact, which is minimalist and using elements really, really carefully to be not too garish. And I like that about this product. Now that I'm using that palette again in a sec, but I wanted to just take a quick look at this and see how it's looking. And as you can see, I kind of brought that right up. Now, in this palette also there's 2 other shades of eyeshadow. There's a darker kind of contoury color, this one here, and then for the edges. But I'm just going to use this one here. Turn my brush over. I'm going to use this one on my lid and bring it over. I don't do much contouring and you know, sort of lining anymore. But I'm going to put this just all over my lid to give you a sense of a bit of darkness. And then I'm going to, see, isn't that pretty? I really like that color, actually. And it's one of those colors that is not so pigmented that oh, sorry about the light flashing in my mirror there. You can just put it on your eye. Bring it up a little bit if you want to. But I never go too high, especially with anything that's sparkly, because it just catches on that hooded eye part. But that, I think, is a really, really pretty eye look. And that's in the palette that I'm going to be giving to someone. And then I take my Toasted Urban Decay, which, as you know, is my favorite in the whole world. This color is just gorgeous. I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to just put a little bit on the center of my eye, just to match this beautiful color Couleur. I'm just putting it sort of up to the middle. Can you see how pretty that is? This Toasted is unbelievably pretty. And then I'm going to do the other side, the other eye. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to take that beautiful Couleur Caramel eyeshadow, which is number 104. And you'll see it's a very light, it's not really a shimmer, but it's got a bit of glow to it. It's kind of a satiny finish. And I'm going to put that right on the very, very center of my eye, just right here. I think that really brings the eye to life. Let me just grab a bit more of that. And very pretty eyeshadow. You see? I think those colors, the combination of the toasted and the other products from Couleur Caramel's palette really, really look nice. Okay, bring a little bit up to the under the eye. All right, that I think is, I'm sorry, there's light that's following my mirror around the room. Okay, so now that's the eyeshadow. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury eyebrow product. This is the Precision, what do they call this? The Precision, Micro Precision Tinted Brow Gel. The reason I like this is that it's got the most incredibly small, oh gosh, that's gonna be a bit bright there. Can you see that? And I'm just going to pop that on my eyebrows. I'm going to have to look down here so the light doesn't capture in there. It's so, so tiny that you actually, I'm just bending my head down so that the light doesn't grab on the mirror there for you. But you can see right away that it just gives me, for me personally, the depth and the color that I want on my eyebrow. I don't want a very, intensely strong eyebrow. I'm just going to grab a bit more of that on my wand. Ready to go, here it is. Yeah, Charlotte Tilbury's, I have a brand that I have mixed emotions about. I mean, most of the things I think are a little overpriced, but this particular one I think is worth the money. So I'm very happy to talk about it and show you it. It's just got a lovely texture on eyebrows, and also the color is lovely for me too. I'm going to try to grab that piece there. Yeah, it's tricky because of this light right now. I don't want to put the mirror up so high that it glares. And then you can use this very, very tiny little brush to just brush your eyebrows up, give them a bit of shape. Okay, all right. So I hope this is not too difficult to see the color with this light, with the sunlight shining in. But I'll keep going, and we'll see how it works out when I look at the film. But a mascara. I'm using the beautiful Couleur Caramel mascara. It's a very thick mascara. It's called, this Perfect Mascara is this one. I think there's a couple of others, but look at the size of this brush. It's huge. So I'm going to apply that. I'll try to do it actually without putting the mirror up. And I want to just hold it a second as I pull it up, because it's a really amazing mascara. Okay, can you see that difference? It's a super thick, volumizing mascara. And again, the thing I can't highlight enough about this line is that all the products are natural products that are not overly processed or using toxins or any kinds of ingredients that are going to hurt your eyes. So one area that you have to be super, super careful about, really. So I'm going to just... it is actually a very beautiful mascara. And the more I use it, the more I appreciate it. It's just spectacular, really. Wow. You can even feel it pulling as you reach down under, right underneath your lid. All right, so that's mascara. I hope that comes out okay on the light. Okay, lipsticks. Didn't have any, I didn't purchase any lip liners, but they do have them. I'm going to use my Buxom. This is called Confidential, and it's a great lip liner. It's got a brush on one side and the lip liner on the other. I'm going to put that on my lips, and then I'll show you the Couleur lipstick. I love this color. It's kind of a peachy color, but it's beautiful and smooth, and you could just wear it by itself and just put some gloss on and go. I'm looking at my eyes in this mirror, and it's really, really impressive what that mascara and eyeshadow did. I like this line a lot. Okay, so that's some lip liner, which I put all over my lips, and then I'm going to use their lipstick, which is number, I think it's number 508. I'll make sure that's correct. But again, this is packaging gorgeous. The lipstick I chose is it's a nudie, beautiful orange color, or well, peachy color, not orange, but I love it so, so much. This lasts forever. This is a very long-lasting lipstick. It's almost the exact same color as the lip liner. I would say it's a satin finish. It's definitely got a firmness to it. But isn't that beautiful? And then the final product I'm going to show you from the Couleur Caramel selection is a kind of a frosted lip pencil. This, when I bought this, I wore it over top of lipstick, and then I just went, oh wow, that's really cool. And I wear it on top of everything now. This doesn't matter the color. I just love this frosted. And it's one of these ones you roll up from the bottom. It's got quite a bit of product in there. As you can see, it's got this lovely glow to it. And when I put it on my lips, you'll see what I mean. Okay. Hopefully this will capture it, the color. Isn't that amazing? I just love this lipstick. And it looks beautiful with pink. With a dark lipstick, it looks gorgeous. It's really, really cool. Okay, so the sun and the heat are coming in. So I'm going to finish here real quickly with the final review. Powder, I didn't buy any of their powders I mentioned, but I did have some really beautiful powder from Milani called Prep Set and Glow. I think Mrs. Melissa M turned me onto this, one of our other older bloggers, and I bought it on her recommendation. I really do love it. And I'm going to use that just all over my face using that wide, big brush. And not too much, but apparently the powders from this Couleur Caramel are also just amazingly refined and beautiful. So I'm hoping that you'll get some idea of what it might look like with their powders as well. Something about this powder, and I think also the Couleur Caramels, that just, they take the edge off the color, even under the eyes where I put that nice color corrector. I think this is the most beautiful makeup. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. I'm going to show you again the palette that I'm going to be giving to one of you. Now I'm going to show you my one because it's just, I don't want to open the other one. This is exactly what it will be. As I mentioned, it's got two really pretty lip colors, and they look great with the one I showed you with the crayon. A really pretty pink cream blush, 3 powder eyeshadows, 1 highlighter, which I haven't actually put on. I should do that. Just put that on the top of my cheeks. Very, very lightly. Hope I didn't destroy the, and it actually doesn't destroy the blush at all. It just gives you a nice glow. And then this black eyeliner. I didn't use it today. I was going to, but I think for me the mascara was enough. But this little palette is for one of you. And it's really cool. It's got a cute little packaging. It's got like a little magnetic snap on here. So this is for one of you guys. And I hope that you enjoy it. I mean, honestly, all I would ask you to do is to put your details down in the comment section below. Just tell me why you would like to win it, what your thoughts about makeup are, and then also just well, you won't leave your name because I'll choose somebody completely randomly. I'll just go down the list and we'll send it off to you. Hopefully you'll get it before the holidays. But it's called Couleur Caramel if you want to check online to see a little bit more about the product range. Upside down, there we go. And I'd love to send one of these to you as a present from 60andMe. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you again for being here, for being such great supporters of what we do here. I love you all so much, and you know this, and I respect you and admire your attempts to be living with passion and with purpose in this time of your life and being a beam of light to the world. We older women are more relevant now, in my opinion, than ever before. And so happy that you're here with me to just play with makeup, and hope you enjoyed this Couleur Caramel demonstration and tutorial, and look forward to sharing this palette with one of you. Take really good care for now. Have a great day wherever you are. Lots and lots of love.